In today's video, we taste 8 different figs: Mislabeled Black Madeira, Vincenzo main crop, Santa Fe unknown, Brunswick main crop, Socorro Black, Natalina main crop, LSU Hollier, and the Golden Riverside. I definitely need to set up, once I get all these pots into place, a drip line system. If you're watering over 400 pots by hand, you can imagine how long it's going to take to get all of that done. Today is a special day. It's time to pick the Golden Riverside. Today is September 19th, 2018. All right, I've got 3 very definitely ripe Golden Riversides on this tree that I'm gonna pick off, because once I do this, it's gonna give all these other green figs the opportunity to ripen. I'm going to take these 2 right here, very nice golden color as in the name. Take one of these leaves, put it down. So today we actually have a couple of different ripe figs, maybe 3 or 4 actually. Let's go check out those other ones. This is my Hollier tree, the Hollier fig for me. This is going to be the first year that it's ripened. And look at that, it fell right off. It's a green fig, and I believe it's red on the inside. We'll see. Let's pick off one of these leaves. All right, so this one is from, I believe, Armando. He got his tree in California. This one's called the Santa Fe that I bought a couple years ago from Cuttings. And I'm pretty sure there's probably a few of you that have this variety from him. He sold it on eBay. Finally got ripe fruit on it. So let's do a review on this guy today. Here's another tree that has ripe fruit on it. This is the Natalina fig. It has bribas on it as well. And now we're getting the main crop on the Natalina. These are bite-sized black figs. Let's get this guy. Okay, here's another ripe fig. And I've posted updates on this on my blog throughout the season because of how productive such a little tree is in a literally probably, I don't know, 3 gallon. And it's got a ripe fruit on it. This guy came from Harvey as a cutting. First time getting fruit on this tree, so I'm super excited to give it a review and a try. Now, this is my Oxford, aka Brunswick, and I was going to pick this and do a review on the main crop today, but look at that. It's split and it's molded. Just disappointing. Very disappointing. Okay, we got another ripe fig to pick today. This is the main crop Vincenzo. You see that little guy right there? I'm gonna back out. You might see me with these like milk jugs on top of my figs. Well, what that is just kind of how I sometimes will fertilize a tree slowly. I'll cut a little slit at the bottom of a jug, put my fertilizer fluid in there or solution in there, and then just kind of let it seep out. And that will last maybe 2 to 3 days, so that it's giving the plant constant feeding. It's kind of ugly, but it's pretty effective. Anyways, let's pick this Vincenzo. Okay, so quite a number of ripe varieties. I mean, I almost need a bigger table because look at it. It barely fits. Anyways, we'll start from the top here. This is the Black Madeira. Then we have the Vincenzo main crop. That's a 2-crop fig. And then the Santa Fe Unknown, which I bought a couple years ago from, I believe, Armando. This one is a Socorro Black. First time I'm going to taste this fig. Down here we have the Hollier. I believe this is an LSU fig. These are Natalina main crop. What a really great little fig. I mean, they ripen the Briba, ripen the main crop. And then, of course, my personal favorite is the Golden Riverside that I have here. Big and juicy ones. Okay, so I initially brought out the cutting board, but I didn't realize that, you know, I was going to get so many figs today. So let's cut these guys open. Golden Riverside, Natalina. I gotta do this in a hurry because it feels like I'm getting some raindrops out here. It is September, and you know, we're getting into the rainy season of Seattle. Now this is in Oxford, aka Brunswick. I hate wasting food, so what I'm going to do is just cut off the yucky end, and you can see that it's still quite edible right there. Socorro Black. Kind of excited about this. Oh yeah, look at the color of that. It's this dark, rich, red burgundy color. Kind of reminiscent of like a Côte d'Or. That was the Santa Fe fig. A little bit like a Celeste in terms of its shape. I don't know what the taste will be like. That is the Vincenzo main. And then we have an imposter. That's what we have. This was labeled as Black Madeira. That is not a Black Madeira. But this is one of about 6 or 7 trees that I've got. And the color is... Alright, let's go ahead and weigh these guys. Okay, start with the Golden Riverside. 117 and a half, not as big as the other one, but this one's a little bit more ripe, and what they do is they shrivel down when they get a little bit more ripe. This is the Unknown Black Madeira, let's call it that, 38 grams. Natalina, 16.4 grams. Santa Fe Unknown, 16.3 grams. Socorro Black, 44 grams. Natalina, this is the main crop, 14.4 grams. And then the Hollier, this is an LSU fig, 31.8 grams. Okay, I'm going to take a knee here by this little table, and then I'm going to do my review off of this. I want you to see my expression because I have so many figs to eat here today that I'm super excited. So let's start off with usually is the worst to best in my opinion, and then I might get a surprise from there. I'm going to start off with this Oxford main crop fig. Okay, so I've already tasted the Briba off this thing, and they have splitting issues, which I don't love, especially when they ripen during the same time that we get a lot of rains here in Seattle. Let's taste this guy anyways. Surprisingly good. Now I cut off the nasty bit. And you're going to hear me use the term agave flavor. It's kind of that melony, syrupy, honey-like sweetness and flavor. And this is very subtle. It's not overly sweet. It has kind of that similar Briba flavor that I tasted a couple months ago from the same tree. But it's good. You know, I'm not going to rank it very high. And it's got some points knocked off for splitting problems. Moving on, let's try out the next fig. I'm gonna try out this Santa Fe Unknown. So like I said, I bought this fig from Armand, and he runs a fig forum as well on Facebook. I got it a couple years ago. This is the first time I'm getting fruit from it. Small, looks pretty good, and we'll try it out. There was an interesting note on that fig. I can't put my finger on it. This thing is not overly sweet. A little bit below average in terms of sweetness. But it has kind of like a hint of almost tobacco. It's weird. It's like what you would get if you just freshly opened a pack of like cigars or something like that. Yeah, weird. A little bit of tobacco smell or kind of not smell but essence, and then a caramely flavor. This is called the Santa Fe Unknown. It's not bad. I think it could get actually better throughout the years. And I only got 2 fruits from that little tree, but it's not bad. Let's put the score up for that guy. I mean, it's decent, but it's not going to be in anybody's top 10. Let's move on to the Natalina main crop, just a little guy. That one was a little bit watered down. I'm actually going to try a second one here. A little better. So this one has a little bit more of a kind of sweet berry Ronde de Bordeaux type of flavor, and it's good. You know, I would say it hits all the marks for a good average fig, maybe slightly above. But the fact that it is a 2-crop fig, ripens in time here in Seattle, makes it a real winner, and it's productive. Lots of fruit in the brevas, lots of fruit with the main crop as well. So that's Natalina. I got that from Harvey. I like this one. Let's move on to the LSU Hollier. This is a green fig. Kind of a more orangey amber pulp. Let's try this guy out. Wow. Surprisingly good. I'm going to be tasting this fig, and I'm very curious about the flavor. Rich, very rich, kind of like a Genovese Nero. Oh, that flavor lingers on your tongue, and it's quite good. It reminds me a little bit of like the Smith, where the Syconium has its own kind of buttery flavor to it. That is quite good, and I love the color. The color of this interior is bright burgundy. All right, moving on to last year's tied for favorite fig, the Golden Riverside. So this one I discovered actually down in Santa Cruz through a gentleman that's only been growing this particular fig all of his life. Oh. Excuse me. So juicy. So perfectly on point in terms of sweetness. And it's rich. Oh. That sweetness lingers in the back of your throat, and it's so memorable. Now, I don't get any hints of berry tones this year, but that thick Syconium in it gives us this nice texture and bite. Oh man, this is such a good fig. I'm not sure if it's the same as the other Golden Riversides that are out there, but this particular one is just, it's amazing. It's obviously productive, cold hardy, produces reliably here. I love this fig. I love this fig. So let's get all the scores up. And thanks again, you guys. You know, I really enjoy making these videos. Like and subscribe it. Help me to understand that you're appreciating what I'm putting out there. So, see ya. My knees are getting hurt.